Progress Racing, show us your tips. Weekend preview looking towards Randwick and Flemington tomorrow afternoon. Beaver, what's going on?
Oh, mate, just living life, mate. Looking forward to Christmas shutdown. And yeah, just looking to put the feet up and have a few beers, mate.
Yeah, counting the days. Not far away now. So this will be our second to last show. We'll get through this and we'll do a midweek show. And then we'll be back Magic Millions week. So the 4th of January, we'll be back, I believe, Beaver, to do midweek
Beautiful.
racing there, heading into the millions. But we'll get stuck into Randwick now, where it's obviously nice and warm in Sydney, a dry track, rail in the 3 metre mark. Let's keep an eye out for on-pace stuff. We kick off with the 2-year-olds in the first. Short price favourite for the Waterhouse Yard. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I think probably stick with it. As you said, looking for the on paces, and we know this will go forward and should be further improved by its only start. Possibly hardest to beat here of the looking at the race brigade. Possibly the main danger, the race one from the Wallace stable, but no, the favourite for me here.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think it can bounce straight to the front and be very hard to run down. I thought the main danger would have been the Nisham runner, but she's it's been scratched, so don't need to worry about that. So happy to start off with Uncorked in the first as well for the Waterhouse team. 1400 metre benchmark 72 is the second on the card, where I am happy to be with. I think Starman's got a bit upside off its first up return now. It was a nice enough win and probably has a bit of improvement in hand on Sacramone. So happy to stick J-Max on as well. Round of 3. Pardon me. Around the $3 mark. I think it will be very hard to beat here. But what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm with you here. I think the first two favourites will get up for exactly the same reasons you thought here. Probably got a little bit more upside, and JMac is on, so that equates to a couple of lengths, and that'll be enough.
Perfect. Race 3 is the Highway. Have you got anything?
Absolutely nothing. Nothing to offer, my friends.
No, $7 a field. We'll play on there. The
Take
Midway
your
is
pick.
race 4 is... What was that?
Take your pick.
Oh, take your pick. Good luck. 1,200 metres Midway, benchmark 72 is race number 4. Where I'm happy to be with the market, actually. Queen Bellissimo comes through the Metro lead up there, chasing a couple of nice horses there in Tamerlane and El Buena. Back to Midway. Well, it is Midway Company, but Midway Company. And I don't think there's much else you need to worry about.
Yeah, I think you're probably spot on here. Third up, drawn ideally in gate 2. The main dangers are drawn quite wide, so they've got a couple of decisions to make there. At the $3, roughly 370, 380 mark at the moment. I think that's a nice little bet, and yeah, it wasn't too bad last start.
Beautiful. Yeah, no other dangers for you?
No other dangers, mate, of note.
The 5th on the card is the... Oh, did I finish that conversation? Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. 5th is a 2,000 metre benchmark 88. Are you able to split these 4 Waller runners here?
Yeah, look, they seem to be shifting around a little bit in the market since I last looked. So it's going to get a really hard line here on how the market will play out, because you've got Waller's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the favourites Wheat's here, and he's got five more runners. So what do you do? That's the really hard part. Because I couldn't split 3 or 4 of his runners, I went for the Snowden train Hoyter. Just thought it's won its first 2 starts back from the prep. Beat Mar and Par at Newcastle, which I think Mar and Par is not the worst in the world. And I think it finished and hit the line nice over 2,000 last start. I think it'll be further improved by that. And I think it's hardest to beat. Probably in front of Lord Ardmore, the Waller, and Welsh Legend, I thought were the other 2 main dangers.
Yeah, I feel like third up weight is going to have some improvements. I was with it as well. I think Mubruz does improve. I think a quick backup up to 2,000 finally suits his prep. But how do you split them? Yeah, Lord Ardmore run well, and Welsh Legend only just got nabbed by Hueta. So tricky race, but I have got the Snowden import on top as well there. So we're in accordance so far. Race 6 is a 1,400 metre benchmark, 78, $5 the field again. I think this is a great bet here, Saigon. That was a fantastic resumption. I think dry track suits. I think up in distance a little bit suits, and it gets James McDonald. So each way bet here for nothing, really. Saigon on top and pretty keen. What do you think, Beaver?
Yeah, I went for Saigon as well, funnily enough. Probably for similar reasons to you. I like the fact that J Mac's on board. I thought the main danger was Arctic Thunder. I thought its return was very good last start, liked the way it hit the line. But Saigon's one of those horses, always very consistent and runs well. And this isn't an overly strong race, so I think it can improve and run a very bold race.
Awesome. Yeah, good luck to Carol again in the ownership of Arctic Thunder. So have a good run with some good horses there. We kick off the quaddie race 7, benchmark 78 over the mile. Francesco Guardi, even money at the moment. J Mac, I think I've tipped J Mac for the rest of the card, to be honest. What are you with the favourite?
I am getting a little bit skinny now for my liking. Only won 1 from 9. Thought I probably should have won last start, so that worries me a little bit. But this again is not an overly strong field at all. Probably weaker than what it's even been facing. So for that reason, I've stuck with it. But yeah, it's as skinny as you'd want it to be.
Yeah, I think you've said everything. I think it did beat the rest quite handily last start, apart from
Hmm.
Waihaha Falls. This is a weak race, and I think it's its race finally. And don't have much more to add. You've covered off most of it here. The feature is the 1400 meter handicap race number 8. This is a good little race. Few chances, Beaver. What have you done?
Yeah, it is a really good little race here. I was finding it quite hard to split them. I I thought Big Boy Roy was a little bit skinny, to be honest.
I think now he's, yeah.
At $2.80, and you got the two resumers here in Frosty Rocks and Bottego. I'm going to go for Bottego. I'm going to bank on it getting the sitting shot at the last in the last 100, and maybe too strong at the end. But yeah, tricky little race. Frosty Rocks will probably set the pace, if not Love Tap. I don't know. And I thought one of the interesting runnings as odds was Oscar Zulu. I thought it was down in the market at around $15 was it was definitely an interesting runner, and if it got back to its best form, it could certainly figure here. But
Absolutely.
Bottego for me.
Well, it's getting embarrassing now because I had Bottega on top too. I like the trials. I like Gerald Ryan Fresh. This is a horse that I was giving chances to in Doncaster lead ups and those sort of races. And I think it's hard to beat here. Purple Sector trialled okay. I think it's been out of the winner's store for I think it might be one of the better horses in the race at its best. Was giving a chance to, and Big Boy Roy have to respect. And you mentioned Oscar Zulu will go on the quarter when we get there. So Bottega on top for me as well. Race 9 is a 1200 meter benchmark 88. Where again I was with J Mac. I had Tycoonus on top. I think back onto the dry suits. Spent a lot of his career carrying Kathy O'Hara. Yeah, now as I said, J Mac goes on and only just got nabbed last time. Better up in distance, hard to beat. And I had a watch on the stablemate, Love Planet. Fresh here might be best for it around the $13 mark. Very, very quiet trial, was hard to really read, but they're the two I was looking at. What are you thinking?
No, I've gone for much better.
Mm-hmm.
I thought last run was very good. It got taken on, didn't get control up front, and had to sit outside the leader. And I thought it stuck on really well in that race to finish, I think, less than a length off the winner after a pretty difficult task with 58 kilos on its back. So it gets in a couple of kilos lighter here, and I think it might just get a bit more control and not get taken on. And we saw two starts back when that happened. It brained him. So I'm just hoping that it can get a little bit quieter run up front here, and Clark rates him well up front. So I think it can be hard to beat. And I also think on the lead at odds, hasn't been too bad this preparation, always runs a nice race. it could run well, but no, much better for me.
Yeah, cool. We finish off today with the benchmark 78,000 metre. One of the trickiest races on the card. The Bop has been one of yours. A few other horses we've had opinions of in the last 12 months. What did you think here?
Now I'm going to go for Leo.
Yeah.
Again, it's drawn wide, so I think Leo will push forward. Thought his trial was really good. Last preparation, won well both at starts. Going to the front, only put it for the 2 runs last preparation, and they were both very good. And then they've put it out and bringing it back here. I think it's the right timing of the year for horses like Leo to continue on their winning ways. So I don't think the wide draw is a problem because it will go forward and again on speed and hard to beat.
I agree. It smashed him last time, was it Randwick? It was a
Yep.
brilliant win. First time into Metro grade, and it was very impressive. I'm with you again. Couple of interesting ones. Odd Fast Coney's come back to 1,000 here, freshen up, and J-Mac. And we mentioned the Bopper might be a wet tracker. And same as Draguar, and if it was wet, I'd give him more of a chance. But the trial was really, really good. So Leo on top from those other couple there. For progretracing.com.au, we'll do the quaddie. Is it? I'll handle Sydney if you like. Is that the way we're going to do it? Still.
Yep. Yep.
We'll go with in the first leg, 3 Canasta and 8 Francesco Guardi into 2 Purple Sector, 5 Bottega, 6 Love Tap, 8 Oscar Zulu, 9 Big Boy Roy, 3 I Am Power, 6 Much Better, 8 Tycoonist, 10 On the Lead, 11 Love Planet, and home with 3 The Bopper, 9 Fast Coney, and 12 Leo. Your best in value at Randwick.
Yeah, my best comes up in race 2, number 5, Starman. I think it'll be super hard to beat.
Mm-hmm.
And my value bet comes up in race 6, number 3, Saigon.
I'm going to make my best Saigon. I think it's going to run really well. And my value will be Bottega. So we've played together there, Beaver, for the day. So it's going to be interesting to see how we go. As we head down south to
Makes it easy for the watchers, mate.
That is true. I
The
need
viewers, the viewers can don't have to then decipher
they don't have to pen my
which
tips.
of us to follow.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Flemington.
I wasn't going to say that, mate.
No, that's all right. It's Christmas. We head to Flemington. This is one of the least inspiring Flemington meetings I can remember ever seeing, to be honest with you. A lot of benchmark 70 stuff. But we'll get through it. There's winners to be had. We kick off with the 1,400 metre benchmark 70 for the fillies. How are you starting today down south?
Yeah, look, tricky race, the first one. There's plenty of value in it. So I'm not quite sure how to line these up. I kind of settled on 2 and I didn't know which way to go in the end. Sione was pretty good last start from the Paddy Payne stable. To get its first win, it started long odds on, but won well at Kyneton. So I think it can progress from that and had reasonable form prior to that. And I think of Lady Adelaide, also from the Paddy Payne stable. No rider at the moment, so maybe it won't start. Not sure, but I think it can run well as well. It's been pretty consistent of late. And well, it was around 6th last start at Pakenham. It was against a pretty good horse in Marine One. Was only a couple of lengths behind him. So I think it can be better suited at Flemington and can run well. So Sione just in front of Lady Adelaide.
Tricky race. They've all got chances. I had Luna Cat on top. First time onto the dry last time was very impressive, and think it might further improve from there. But yeah, you've named the chances there. I won't rehash that. And even Honey Creeper down from Sydney's a chance, as the market suggests. So tricky way to start. But I was with Luna Cat to keep improving. Second up the straight is a 1,200 metres, where I was happy to stick with the Paddy Payne stable in Squid Game. A really nice debut, sat outside lead and ran away from an okay horse who's since won at the Valley. And I think it's hard to beat here. Squid Game on top for me.
Yeah, I've stuck with Squid Game, but I am a little bit frightened of the Cummings horse Capo Strata. It ran 5th behind Starman, which was my best bet in Sydney, only less than 2 lengths, and now goes to after a good win at Gosford. So I am a little unsure how to line up Squid Game's form versus the Sydney form there. So big watch on that. I'll be watching the market very closely, see if there's any moves there. But just at the moment, Squid Game just in front.
Race 3 is a 2,600 metre benchmark 100, where I have no idea. I tried, but I couldn't come up with the answer here. Could you?
Couldn't come up with a definitive answer here, mate, but I've gone for Wycliffe, number 9.
Okay.
Third up after a spell. Getting out to the right distance now, and wasn't a bad run last start, carrying the 60 kilos, gets 53 in here, so a massive weight pull, but drops, this is a stronger class than that, but that will help. And its 2 runs in this preparation haven't been that bad. Ran fourth behind Don't Doubt Dory, and then fifth against the Awesome Suns. So this isn't an overly strong affair. And then last preparation, it won a 2,500 metre race at Morphettville, a listed event. So that for me, and ran third at Caulfield in a fairly good company. It was starting well in the market in some of those. So I think it can get a good run in transit here and might be hard to beat.
Yeah, beautiful. Cool. Happy to follow you there because, as I said, I didn't have anything else to offer. Race 4 is a 1,200 metre 70 again. I'm tricky race. I end up putting Dun Purdy Power on top. It's not been doing a lot of anything, but has been in some better Sydney stuff. Drops back in grade, and that's a formula that's worked for it before. My first thought was Lady Doro, but it's also not been doing much lately. So no real confidence here. So they were the 2 I had settled on, but there are a couple of lightly raced horses off wins, which generally I would find first. So I think I got a bit mixed up in this one. Did you have any more clarity?
I landed on Enigma
Yeah.
with Jamie Carr aboard. Thought that it's just flying at the moment. Last 2 wins, albeit at Hamilton, has jumped to the front and won with something in hand.
Yeah. Plenty to offer. Yeah.
Just looks to be a horse that's got a bit of ability since it did start its career in Sydney, and has moved down to Melbourne. So I think he can continue to run well, and I think you'll get a sight.
Beautiful. Race 5 is the 1,400 metre 70. More midweek level stuff here. Another tricky race where I ended up settling on Mississippi on top, actually. It off finishing in the finish, or finishing close up to Mr. Yushu 10 days back, relatively quick back up here. I think can run well, drawn to run on at this time of the day at Flemington, hopefully suits. So just looking that way at an each way price, but a tricky race again. What have you found?
Look, I've settled on Nordic at $14 from the Moroni stable. So obviously had a few little problems with this horse. Started its career in New Zealand over the longer journey, then came to Sydney, put a couple of good runs in decent races, which I didn't mind that form, and then only had the one start at Ballarat and ran well before being spelled again for 6 or 7 months, and then started at Caulfield and won. Beat Kid Magnus in January this time last year, which is decent form, and then was spelled. So obviously had a little bit of a problem, but so hopefully it's over that and can run well.
Yeah, nice price to find out too. The quaddie stick kicks off with the handicap race number 6 over the 1,400 metres, where I thought second slip was a silly price. So I ended up putting Tavi Dance on top here. Maybe best horse, posies up nicely under Oliver. So freshened up for the last couple of months. Nice jump out win leading up to this, and should sit in a pretty good spot and be hard to beat here. So on top and pretty keen, actually. I don't think there's a lot else here. What have you made of the race?
Oh, look, mate, I thought this was not a great looking race at all. I thought you're right with second slip. I think second slip's got a bit of ability, but the last 3 runs have been
It was ordinary last
just
time.
showed nothing.
Yeah,
just showed nothing. I don't think it was just a poor run. So Tavi Dance, I think you're right, can improve, and Blazowski, I think I've got on top. Just the 2 kilo claim gets in at 56.5. Third up, 4-4. Quite common how many horses win after going 4-4. So based on the back that it's ran third up and it's run 4-4 the last two starts, that's why I'm tipping it.
Fair enough. Race 7 is the Furphy Festival Sprint, benchmark 84 over the 1200 metres, where it was scratched last week, but say for this 60-66, been 3 nice wins. Comes here, and I think hard to beat. The market has 2 clear chances. I think they are the 2 clear chances. So 60-66 on top for me, or 60-63, I should say, from It's Our Time, who's lightly raced and resumed with a nice win as well. Your thoughts?
Yeah, kind of just gone this. I've gone for 60-63. Yeah, just 3 starts, 3 wins. Think that's very good. The Gatch is a horse I do like, but yeah, just didn't show the zip that I would have expected last start after a really good run.
Yeah, I was.
So
Yeah,
a little bit disappointed there. So I've stuck with 60-63.
Race 8 is benchmark 84 over the mile. Again, a wide open field where I've got a Akachita on top actually with the claim off a couple of nice wins back to town, which is a formula Peter Moody's used plenty of times, send him out wide, then bring him back in. Off a win, nice each-way place, claim for Alana Kelly, who's going okay in a race of not a lot of, picket fences. Happy to have it on top. What have you made of this one?
Yeah, I thought the same as you. There isn't a lot of picket fences here, and only a couple of horses that have won. Have got a win in the columns of recent times. So yeah, no confidence here. But I landed on Real Sensation. Thought possibly the horse that's been racing in the highest grade and comes back in grade here. Wasn't a bad run last start. At $26, finished off quite nicely in that race. So I think it'll be suited by the extra 200 and could be the hardest to beat.
Yeah, I've just sick of that horse, so I went around it.
Yeah, I'm a bit the same.
We wrap up again with 1,000 meters to finish the day, where I really like the resumption of Winsome. Cruised around one pretty easily, drawn right type place outside the straight here, and I think it's going to be hard to beat again. So Winsome on top for me. Yeah, the rest of the market looks about right. So nothing else I'm going to talk too much about. How are you finishing today?
I'm finishing with Scorched Earth. I just think it's been racing in far better company. And this last start was in Group 2, listed Group 3, and then even the preparation before won a listed race at Moonee Valley, and second in a Group 2 as well back earlier. And yeah, won a. So I just think this horse has got a bit of ability. Third in a Group 3 behind Give Me Par, Zuzarella. I think it's a super chance in a race like this. Goes all right first up. Look, I think the price is a really good price, $5 ish.
Yeah, fair enough. Absolutely. Yeah, as I said, had it second pick in market order, so definitely no knock there. Your best, I'll give us your Melbourne quaddie.
Yep, my Melbourne quaddie is first leg, 1 Blazowski, 2 Odeon, 4 Tabby Dance, 6 Open Minded, and 7 Yes, Yes, Baby. Yes, Baby, Yes, sorry. My next in the second leg is number 4, Exeter, number 5, It's Our Time, number 7, The Gouch, and 11, 60-63. In the third leg, I've gone number 1, Akahito, number 10, Nordic Pride, number 11, Real Sensation. And I'm going to finish off in the last leg with number 3, Galenius, number 5, Winsome, number 7, Scorched Earth. That's it.
Fantastic. For progretracing.com.au, check them out for their free tips, extensive guides, and much more. Your best end value at Flemington.
Yeah, in what looks to be quite a fairly tricky day, to be honest. I made my best bet of the day where was it? No, race to number 2 Squid Game. Thought it would be super hard to beat, and I made my value bet in the last race 9, number 7 Scorched Earth.
Great. Yeah, I'm with you. Squid Game's my best as well. So we're finishing the year on a hand-in-hand note, shall we say. And my value, Taverdance, to wrap up my thoughts from Flemington. Anything in Queensland as we head towards the Magic Millions?
I guess I've got to find something for the punters here, mate.
We've got the clash of
Otherwise,
interesting clash of Far Too Easy and Rhapsody Rose. Both look nice horses. They're taking on each other there somewhere.
Yeah, so I've got race 3, number 5, Tamalade. I think it looks very hard to beat. Race 6, number 8, Zeri. Scary, however you want to say it. And
Very.
I'm also going race 7, number 2, Far Too Easy. I think it'll be winning as well.
Yeah, that's a good little race there, that Far Too Easy race. Very good, Beaver.
It is a good race.
Good job. Thank you, punters. We'll see you one more time before Chrissy, but if you don't catch a midweek show, all the best for Christmas. Good punting this weekend. And we'll be back to look at Warwick Farm and Sandown come Tuesday night. Catch you soon.
Cheers.
Catch you, mate. I'll
How'd Flops get on?
Got adjourned.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. Apparently because he couldn't get legal aid in time or something. So he's still breathing the fresh air. So
okay.
I'll keep you posted. I don't even know till when. I'll find out.
Worries.
I assume it'll be after Christmas now. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, cool. Cheers, mate.
All right. I'll speak to you over the weekend.
Catch up.
See you, mate.